Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are still working our way through our admin deficit here, but realistically we're doing a lot better on that front. We still do need to get another admin tech here, and that'll give us 250 governing cap and 10% administrative efficiency. That's really, really good. We're definitely not opposed to getting that. We're also going to be able to max out humanist ideas quite soon as well. So I think we're going to grab that first, and then we'll go after modern bureaucracy, since we are ahead of time in our admin tech, technically. So that's great. I would like to also think about further expansion out over this way. Fighting Zuni is, I think, absolutely the way to go. Would Japan help them at this time? They would, and I don't really want to be drawn into conflict with Japan for the moment, but we can get ready to fight Zuni. We can also fight Yucatan again eventually in 6 years. So that's something. Okay, so we're going to get ready to attack up over this direction. But for the moment, we're not very interested in actually attacking this way. We're just going to get in position. And let's see here. These guys can just move up to like here for now. There, that'll do. We're going to get into position here, and I do want to check through our government reforms here. We can expand our administration twice. So that's an additional 40 governing cap. That's great. We're up to 3735. And let's check in on our buildings at this moment. I don't expect that there will be much here. Yeah, no manufactories. No state houses. We could check in on some of these others. No ramparts. No impressment offices. None of that's shocking. No soldiers' households. Yeah, not shocking at all. No cathedrals available. No counting houses. No town halls. No universities. We could definitely check in on stock exchanges. We could make some of these. It wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea. We'll come back to that, I think. Because first I want to check in on conscription centers and training fields. Okay. None there, but we could certainly look in on dry docks. There's one we could build. And then we could look in on grand shipyards if we really wanted to increase our naval force limit. Honestly, most of these are taking 0 building slots. In fact, all of them are. So, sure. We'll get that going, no problem. And then we're going to build stock exchanges in, like, every remaining location. And there's not very many of those either. I think that's literally every building we can build, with the possible exception of fortresses, which we may as well. What are we going to spend this gold on? As well as coastal defenses. Actually, I think that's literally every building that we could possibly build. Cool. So there's that done. We're going to prep to attack Zuni, but as I said, I don't want to be drawn into a conflict with Japan at this moment. Not that I don't think we can take Japan. We absolutely can. But I don't want to spend the admin power that it's going to cost to take what we want. Hello, 50 admin power. Yes, please. We have some zealots off over here. We'll deal with those. We do need to continue to work on our conversions. That is our biggest cause of unrest at the moment. And that'll be great. Let's see. This is going to be tolerance of heathens. That will definitely be handy. So I think that our plan is to grab tolerance of heathens. And then from there, we get modern bureaucracy. And then once we have that, we can think about going to war with Congo. More zealots out over here. And as far as this up here goes, let's see. These guys are a tributary state of Brunei. Right. There's this area out over here. I don't know that that's actually all that useful to us. We definitely need to continue to convert. No doubt about that. How much is an idea costing us right now? 340? Okay. We're going to continue to convert the fastest conversions possible. I wish we had more missionaries, but we simply don't. So that's okay. We are at 110 conversion, or rather 110% religious unity, so that's great. These guys are going to move up to, like, here. Did these guys forget where they were going? I think they did. Okay, come on up over here. They were black flagged previously, so there's that. Where are you going? You're going there? Sure. Cool. So is there any great power things we can do? Not really. We're going to need admin power, that's for sure. Okay, Japan has Rapa Nui. That's fine for the moment. We have so much money that we don't know what to do with it. And we have some liberty desire in our colonies, that's for sure. But I'm not too concerned about that right now. Armenia and Brazil gets plus 10% there. Too swift of a solution. Indeed. How are we doing on our Age of Revolutions? We've got 676 right now. Okay. Cool. So we're 9 years away from the next institution spawning. And we can definitely continue to convert here. But we need admin power more than anything else. We're very, very, very limited by admin power at this moment. We could think about some attacks over here, but that would definitely be admin capped. Or rather, admin limited. So that's a concern. I'd love to come into conflict with Korea and Japan over here. But that would mean conflict with Japan up here. Now, that should be pretty cheap to core, in all honesty. That Siberia territory should be very cheap to core. So that's definitely something to consider. We can now grab our idea. So we grab that. Tolerance of heathens +2. And we have new policies available as well. So let's see what we can grab here. Native Assimilation Act or Visionary Thinkers. I don't really care about the prestige or the settler increase, to be honest. Neither of these are very relevant to us. But sure, whatever. I guess that's fine. So when are we going to get our next tech here? June of 1744, July of 1744. It'll be a little bit earlier than that because it'll be... The cost will be reduced by 30% by then. So it will be earlier than that for sure. Okay. We're at 51 right now, gaining 14 per month. It's November currently, and we get an ability here. Let's see here. Naval engagement, loyal subjects. This is only same continent subjects. So we're not actually expecting it to help out our colonial nation liberty desire, unfortunately. But we'll grab it anyway. The others don't really matter, so we may as well. And just double checking here. Yeah, it didn't help them. Not surprising. They're dreaming of liberty, huh? Well, that's rude. They spread revolutionary ideas to some of our provinces. Well, that's no good. Let's go ahead and take the tax modifier. It doesn't really matter. We're capped on manpower, we're capped on cash. It's irrelevant to us. So we do have a rebel uprising of Armenian particularists, but this is only 13k. They're not very threatening at all. So let's let them fire. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to seize our land right now. So we now control 100% of land again. Perfect. There's a heretic conversion. And I want to take a look at some of these that are maybe not the correct religion. Intolerance is only 1.25. Nice. We already promoted our 2 additional cultures, correct? Let's double check that. Yes, we did. Okay. Freedom of the press, huh? We'll forbid the... well, actually, we'll take the unrest. We'll take the unrest here. So there's going to be a bunch of provincial unrest here. No doubt about it. So these particularists are now going to be much, much larger because we took that. And that's okay. We can deal with them. I want them to fire here. Wow, they didn't fire? Okay, there they are. Fantastic. So we can see that they fired in a lot of locations, and they're not amazingly strong. So we're going to send some of our forces after some of their forces. We're not going to take them all out right away, as usual. These guys can all start heading up over here, while these guys take out this force. Cool. We're just going to do something kind of like that. And we do have a number of forces out over here, but we'll have additional particularists out this way. Cool. We'll come up and attack these guys. No problem here. So most of these particularists are going to be taken care of very quickly indeed. We can move these guys over. These guys can come here. These guys here. These here, and then these guys can make their way like over here, I suppose. That's absolutely fine. Anywhere else? Okay. So we're going to get that underway. We have a national decision available to standardize our uniforms, and honestly, we may as well. Cool. So we're going to start winning these battles. Okay, we have some additional separatists out over here. Technically, we don't care about these. That's our colonial nation. They can deal with it. No problem there. We do get siege ability. That's really, really good. And yeah, they're going to occupy some locations, particularly out over this direction. We can get set up to attack a few more of them. Cool. By and large, no problem here. These Armenian particularists are not particularly problematic for us. So that's excellent. We're winning up over here. Okay, revolutionary ideas. Very rude indeed. Cool. So Anatolia is fully under control now. So is Africa. And these particularists are just kind of chilling for the moment. I'm going to send these guys up over here. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad. They're starting to move now. But broadly speaking, this is under control. I'm going to let this finish, and then we're going to come reinforce up here. I'm not convinced that this is not going to stack wipe without reinforcements. So we'll head up there. Cool. These guys can walk in here, and these guys can walk in. Where are you going? There. Fantastic. So how many do the particularists have left at this point? They've lost half of their troops. That's beautiful. We lost over here, and that actually meant that we got stack wiped, which is a little bit surprising, but it's not a problem. We can definitely just create a new template. Cool. Trade protection CB against Japan. These guys are going to go ahead and retreat. We did not arrive in time, but that's okay. No big issues there. We're going to move down and attack over here, but actually we don't have the troops to attack. Not in that army, anyway. So we're going to hold off. And yeah, they're going to take over some locations. And that just gains them autonomy. That'll tick down over time. It's not a big deal. Cool. Wait, we can build buildings? Where? What buildings? Bastions, trade depots, star fortresses, stock exchanges, and fortresses. Okay, so we can build more stock exchanges. Consider it done. What else can we build? It said we could build fortresses. There we go. Apparently that's all we could build. We can convert, and we will definitely continue to do so. These guys are going to move in here and deal with that force. Okay, we're going to come over here and cap. Excellent. We are continuing to win these battles, of course. And this could definitely use some reinforcement, but we are on the way over. These guys are retreating, but we're going to come up over here. We'll pop a leader in, and that should be enough to win that, I would think. Cool. These guys have the numbers to just attack over here. And that's great. Where are you relocating to? DU. Up over here? Sure. We'll just go wait for you. We can convert additional provinces to Zoroastrian, which we definitely will do. There we go. And we'll come out over this direction. Excellent. So, at this point, I want to turn off the forced march here. Cool. We are continuing to win battles. Fully expected, of course. These guys are marching in, and we'll go kill them. So we're being attacked down here, and it looks like they might be piling in. I want to force march these guys. That was not what I wanted. Force march and force march. We'll head on down. And then they're going down here. We're just going to hold off for the moment. Okay, so we arrive over here and crush them. Beautiful. They're now walking into us. Okay, we'll crush that too. Done. And now we'll walk in over here. We can turn off our forced march. That's 1 and 2. Cool. We'll attack here. There we go. And we'll move these guys northward and these guys southward. This force can come on over, and we should be able to take that on. We'll see. It looks like they're not going to actually leave, so that's okay. Now, the reason I brought these up was I knew that these forces would be pretty weak at this point, so we don't want to fight with them. We just want to cap. And then over here, I'd like to put in this leader, and I'd like to chase down this force of particularists. And we'll cap these over here. Cool. So these are all getting under our control. We do have another rebel uprising brewing, but I don't care about that. It's fairly irrelevant. We're going to cap all of this, and we're going to go in and attack these guys. No problem. And it looks like we win this handily. Perfect. Apparently our leader died right before we got there, or I moved that leader here. That's also a possibility. Cool. So this battle is now over, and there's very few particularists left at this time. We're going to cap back their territories so that they can start ticking down in autonomy. Excellent. There's a conversion done, and we will continue to convert. How are we doing on getting this technology? We're very close. We'll have enough to get that in November, so that's perfect. Once we get that, our admin deficit is gone, and we can create ourselves a shiny new admin deficit. So we can continue to convert here. There we go. I do want to check in real quick on the status of Zuni. Oh. I'm glad I did. Japan is no longer in the picture. Consider that war declared. These guys are still a tributary of Brunei, who would defend them. I'm not scared of Brunei. Like, at all. But I think we want to take over Zuni first, So we'll have access to this stuff over here. So we're going to attack over this way. We're at the wrong place here. Hilarious. And we'll just go in here, and we're just going to head on in a lot of different locations. Cool. So we win this battle out over here, and we'll start capping back this territory. Most of this is capped back at this point. Actually, we're going to send them here, here, and here. Cool. So I just want to double check here those rebels. That was the production interface. Let's go into the country view. Let's see here. Yeah, there are no particularists left, so that's perfect. No problem whatsoever there. So we're going to go in and attack Zuni here. This is all going to go to Armenia, Mississippi, I think. So that'll be fine. We can grab that technology now and start banking admin power for our next war. So that governing cap is huge. That puts us up to 4123. Fantastic. Our siege of their capital is already over. That's ridiculous. Okay. Well, they're not going to have much left soon. Fantastic. This war will be over incredibly shortly. Okay. Consider the war over. We need to do no further orders here. Let's check in on our occupation of the peasant-occupied areas. I think we're just lacking these two. Yes. So that's great. We'll pop back over here and stack wipe their force. Cool. So this can all get flipped over to Armenia, Mississippi at this point. Every little bit here. And the question is, just how much can we get away with taking? I think we can get all of it. So that'll be perfect. Our war with Brunei will probably happen before our war with Congo because we're not planning to spend admin power, and we can bank admin power for our Congo war. We do need to get this last location occupied. Okay. And that went to Armenia, Mississippi. Perfect. So we are going to attempt to demand their full annexation. We'll see how realistic that ends up being. Cool. That looks like all of it. We'll take their gold as well. This is only 25 aggressive expansion. That's ridiculous. I like it. So there's that done. And honestly, we can leave these forces here. Because we can declare on this guy at this point. And we're going to use imperialism for our CB. I'm not going to co-belligerent Brunei, I don't think. No, I'm not going to co-belligerent them. But I do want to kick them out of North America. So we're going to take this territory over here. We'll confirm this, and we're going to go in here. We're going to go in here. We're going to go in here. Take all of their colonial holdings here and attack up here. Now, this is going to be Armenia and Canada, for sure. And that'll be great. And at this point, we are, of course, just banking our admin power. We're going to be running out of dip power relatively soon, or rather capping our dip power relatively soon. We do need Miltech 27 eventually, but for now, this is okay. Oh, we can store 1248, so that's good. Cool. So we're going to hit these guys here. We can convert provinces, and all of these will be flipped over to Armenia, Mississippi. There we go. This one will as well. And then we've not arrived up here yet, but there we go. We stack wipe them, and we're already at 35% here. Cool. 49%. And the siege is over. So this is only 19% war score. Would they be willing to accept this? Well, we need this to flip over to Armenia and Canada. How many reasons do they have to not accept this? Minus 100. What if we were separate piecing Brunei? No, they're not interested in that. So I think we're going to have to perpetuate this war a little bit for ticking war score or something along those lines. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see about going back to war with Congo. That will be absolutely useful. But we're going to have to wrap up this Brunei war first. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special, that was not the button I wanted, a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can... I was going to say leave your offerings to the engagement gods. That is not what you can do. Well, you can do that too. You can also do that. But you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.